it, a yawn town? You know what I mean?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kinda Funny's MCU in Review. Today we are reviewing Ant-Man. For those of you that don't know, every Tuesday at 9 a.m. right here on youtube.com/kindafunny, we get together and review one of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies leading all the way into Avengers Infinity War. There's a schedule that is up that you'll be able to see in the description, I think, to see when we're doing it, because things are starting to get a little crazy coming up because they moved the Infinity War release up a bit. So
to my birthday, hint, P.O. Box 22541. 22541 SFCA 94122.
We're doing a couple 2-in-1s coming up, so stay tuned to the schedule for that. You get the show as a video on YouTube, or if you want to listen to it, you can get it as a podcast by searching for Kinda Funny Reviews on podcast services, including Spotify. Thank you very much for your support over there. Let's get right into it, gentlemen. Ant-Man, released on July 17th, 2015. Not that long ago.
Not that long ago. Andy and I ate a weed brownie before.
Yeah, I'm like, what? The thing, you started talking, and I want you to know the hot beer smell from your breath really adds to the.
You love it. It's just
it does.
Uncle Leo.
I love Uncle Leo. Jesus. Uncle Leo's basement. I love that you picked the IPA too, which is the most fragrant of all beers to have come out of your breath.
You know what? I like to share, and I know you can't drink it. Nick Scarpino, Greg Miller, Kevin Coelho, Maximum Cortez, a.k.a. Nitro Rifle, a.k.a. Yves Guillemot boyfriend, a.k.a. Andy Cortez. And then, hey, Gettys.
Stop. We did not eat weed brownies.
Now, though,
but everybody in chat thinks that we always do.
Now, though, the jury's going to be out, isn't it? Sure. I want you to do this, everybody. Start right now recording this episode.
Yeah, definitely. Get your phone out.
Directed by Peyton Reed. Originally going to be directed by Edgar Wright, but then there was the infamous shit that went down.
Right. What was the infamous shit? They didn't have the right vision together, that kind of shit?
That was
on May 23rd, 2014, Marvel and Wright jointly announced that Wright was leaving the project due to differences in their vision of the film and that the studio was closing in on a new director. On the split, Wright said, "I had wanted to make a Marvel movie, but I don't think they really wanted to make an Edgar Wright movie." He also added that at one point, Marvel wanted to do a draft of the script without him, which was a tough thing to move forward with. That was a quote from him, as Wright has written all of the previous films he directed. Suddenly becoming a director for hire on it, you're sort of less emotionally invested and you start to wonder why you're there, really. The majority of Wright's crew also left the project in the wake of his departure. By May 30th, Adam McKay, the Anchorman director and Step Brothers and all Talladega Nights and all that, had entered negotiations to replace Wright, but pulled out of negotiations the next day. On June 7th, Marvel announced that Peyton Reed would direct the film, with McKay contributing to the film's script. Peyton Reed, you know what he directed, Nick?
No.
Bring It On.
Oh, fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah, he directed Bring It On, Down with Love, and The Breakup. I don't think I've seen
The Breakup was not good.
The Breakup was brutal.
Which one's The Breakup?
I think The Breakup's the
Aniston?
Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Aniston movie.
Wow, I totally just
gut-wrenching.
That was me just making a joke of like Jennifer Aniston's in all these rom-coms.
That was
holy shit.
That was one of the movies she did, like
the weed brownie. It's
unlocking
the next level.
plane.
Yeah, Peyton Reed, Bring It On.
It's interesting because you start watching this movie and you get the echoes of Edgar Wright. You get the way the flashbacks are handled. You get some of you get the entire Michael Pena character. A lot of the humor you can kind of feel came from Edgar Wright.
Even the action scenes too.
A lot of the action scenes,
a lot of the fight choreography and just like the way they go. It's very Edgar Wright. And so Edgar Wright, you still see he gets story credit for it. So he's technically still the writer of the movie. If not the actual script, but a lot of his stuff was still in the final product. Budget of $142 million and a box office of $519 million.
Damn, wow. Half of Justice League.
Yeah. It's getting there. One day, maybe it'll grow big. Greg, hit me with that plot.
All right, now I want it on the record that I have a headache, and Andy and I ate a weed brownie.
This
isn't my best performance.
It's been entered. Hold on. That's official record now.
This is why I wanted you guys to film this with your iPhones. Just when you get to a moment where Andy gives you one of the telltale signs that he's knickered, and that's when you want to do it.
Knickered.
What are you talking about? What do you mean film with your iPhone?
I said film this episode. Remember?
Yeah, definitely, because it's going to be pulled. That's what
I don't know how you'd make a clip show of all Andy's high moments without filming.
It'd be very long.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's get off to the races for the movie The Ant-Man. Let's get there a little faster.
When does it start?
Old days.
1989 in San Francisco.
1989.
No, it's not right.
1989.
It's not in San Francisco.
No.
No, you're right. No, it's
No, it's in the Triskelion, right?
Yeah.
They're building it. Yeah.
1989.
New
Ghostbusters
York.
2 is probably out if it's after like June. You know what I mean? It's out. It's happening.
Good call.
Young Michael Douglas. I don't know how they got him, but they got him.
They got him.
Young Michael Douglas walks
hard.
in
That's
here.
really well done effect,
He's
by the
looking.
way.
He looks great.
I'm
Right?
going to be honest. That was one of the better times I've
Yeah.
ever seen them do the weird fucking making you look young thing where I was
Yeah.
like, it's convincing.
It would be interesting. I don't know. Is there anything in the trivia of how they did that? Because when we
Computers.
got a lot of shit from when I was like, Kurt Russell, it's all CG, and people kept sending me these articles that are like, no, most of it's makeup, most of it's makeup. So I wouldn't be surprised if a tremendous amount of it was just makeup, good old fashioned like, VFX. Yeah, just like good old fashioned makeup effects.
Yeah.
cues,
Very impressive.
It's like
Michael
RDJ in
Douglas.
Civil War.
Michael
We'll get to
Douglas.
that next week.
Look at that.
Michael Douglas.
Look at that.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Now
He's
he walks in there, and he is the legendary Hank Pym, creator of the Pym particle. We'll get to that later, though. He walks into this room. We got Howard Stark, old version, the old man version.
OG
Howard Stark.
that we last saw, if I remember correctly, in Iron Man 2.
The video, right?
Yeah, the video. I think that was the last time we saw
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Howard
like that they
Stark.
keep jumping around with Howard Starks, but just choose one and let's go.
Okay,
with it.
let's go with it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but
They stick with Peggy. She was there too.
Peggy was there
They
too.
stuck with Holly the entire time.
I never
And
noticed that Peggy was there.
Me neither.
And then yesterday I was like, oh shit, that's Peggy. And it's like, that's right. She like helped started S.H.I.E.L.D.
I feel
That
like with
makes
a
sense.
lot
Yeah.
of these movies, rewatching it, there's like people that are in them or things that happen that like when they were happening, I was like, okay, you're just another character. I don't really care who you are. But now, look, the context of all this is like, oh shit, like she's been there the entire damn time.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
really cool.
I thought her age seemed off though.
Did it?
She seemed too old.
She should
She's-
be 80.
Like it's just
was
like
not right.
when you look at it, when you then see her
Maybe 60.
in
No, I think she was like 60.
Like,
That
I mean,
like going
seemed
from
right.
the 50s, right? Going
So
forward.
she's 20 in the 50s.
yeah.
Well, 50s or 40s? What do we talk? When's the last time we saw her? Captain America
we
was
saw her
World War
alive
II.
in. We saw her
Yeah,
alive in
World War
Winter
II.
Soldier.
She was in World War
She was
II.
ancient there.
That's
She's
40s.
dying.
She was ancient then, yeah.
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 I don't know. I just feel like somewhere along the
Well,
line.
yeah, I think you're right because if she were in, let's put her in her mid 20s in the 40s. At 45, let's say she's 25.
I don't
Do
think
math. She's 175 years old.
Here's the
in
thing.
1989.
Joey Fatone.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I don't know her direct involvement, but Grandma Miller was indeed alive
God
during
damn it.
World War II. I don't know what side she
You
was
wanna call
fighting
her?
on.
Can we call her?
She was alive. She's dead.
Okay.
She was alive during World War II, and she was alive when Ghostbusters 2 came out.
Yeah.
Now, I don't...
How alive was she?
She was still driving and bebopping around. She was...
Okay.
When
good,
Ghostbusters
that's
2
good.
came out.
Yeah, 1989.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're right.
Well,
So,
the
yeah,
legal,
so it's fine.
the legal
It's fine.
bebop in age is from 40 to 90.
So anyways, I don't think it's that far off. Maybe she was closing in on retirement, and maybe her old woman, Peggy, was wearing makeup as well on top of young Peggy wearing makeup to look old. So there's like, it doesn't matter. They go in there, and
Some shield
Hank
shit.
Pym is just like, man, you guys don't get it. You don't get the Pym particle. It's too, you can't have it. And Stark's like, we need it. And then the guy who's like now old, but he was like the villain, like the douchey Brad Chad villain in every like 80s movie or whatever. He's there. And so you're like, oh, this guy's clearly going to
Yeah,
be a bad
clearly
guy.
the guy that's obviously the villain in this one.
Yeah.
It's the woman that was in love with Captain America, RDJ's dad, and the guy, the ex-guy.
That other guy.
Who's clear like, well, it's one of those things like, what the fuck is S.H.I.E.L.D. thinking with this guy being the guy?
Well,
He's
it's
clearly the
Hydra.
bad guy. He's clearly
Fucking
the bad
great
guy.
move though, where the guy insults Pym's wife. He fucking slams his
Slams
head
his
and
head
breaks
on.
his nose. Fucking
What a dick
awesome.
thing to say.
Badass. And he just walks out.
Hey, remember when your fucking wife died? You couldn't do anything to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
anything
And then
about
Howard
it.
Stark, and
Fuck
Howard
your
Stark
head.
doesn't really come to his defense. He just plays it like Switzerland. You're the one who said it. Like fucking help out Stark. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Take
do
a
some
stand.
shit.
Pick
I'm
a
glad
side.
you're gonna get
Not like
fucked.
Grandma
I like
Miller.
that though because I like that shows like Stark appreciates. Yeah, I like Grandma Miller and the raccoon. Like this guy's the
I
raccoon.
said pick a side. Grandma Miller didn't pick a side.
You know,
No, she did.
Jerry's out. We don't
okay.
know. You know what I mean?
I know
Miller
it's
was as
not.
American as a Russian pie. Anyways, now, so then
Love song.
let's get the Marvel logo. Not in the comics you care about, but here's some comic stuff happening. Then we're back caught up. I believe now we're in jail. Paul Rudd's there. He gets punched in the face by the other guy. Punches the other guy. Doesn't hurt him. Very funny scene. Very comical. And it's Paul Rudd's leaving. Everybody. Paul Rudd's leaving jail. Awesome. And we are off to the races with the Ant-Man, as they call him in this movie. A comedy masterpiece. A funny movie involving a lot of superhero antics. He leaves. Daniel Pena?
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena is there.
Picks him up.
Luis. He's there. Picks him up. Has a funny scene right there about his mom
Hilarious.
being dead and everybody being in
van.
jail. He got the van though.
Got the
But I
van.
got the van now.
Oh, no, she left me, man.
Yeah. I like him a lot.
I love Michael
He's
Pena.
hilarious.
Yeah.
We need more. I want to get and they should, if they were smart to lead into Infinity War, they would have him do a recap of.
That's been going.
MCU
They
so
want him
far.
and the guy from Thor Ragnarok there below, so I can
Dude.
never pronounce his name.
Yes.
That's the
Korg.
Every
that's
time
him.
when he goes back, I know we're skipping ahead, but when he goes back and tells the story of how like my girlfriend said, oh god, it's
It was
so
such a good,
fucking good.
That felt
and
like
great
Edgar
device.
Wright.
Totally.
They should have done more of that.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like there was enough. I remember it being, especially because I had seen the Reddit, Twitter movement of like, man, we got to get him in this to do the recap.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I remember liking that. It must happen a million times.
It happened twice.
Because he puts the stupid the details in that don't need to be there, and they
Yeah,
push it
so
even
good.
farther at the end where he talks about like the Baroque period.
Yeah. I know what you're at the end.
And you know I don't like reds.
When
Reds.
he starts off and he's like, they're in the museum. It's
I'm
like,
into
why
abstract-
is this guy in the
It's
museum?
so good.
It's
It's
so
so
funny.
fucking funny.
Now, quick aside, I know we've been speeding through this one.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to this Pena man for being in World Trade Center with Nicolas Cage. Don't know if you remember that flick.
No.
He was also in a Mark Wahlberg movie called.
But I'm talking
Shooter.
about
He's probably the most
World Trade
famous
Center.
Scientologist.
Really?
I
mean, John Travolta.
Tom Cruise is pretty famous.
Tom Cruise.
Right
Michael
there.
Pena's up
Number
there,
three.
though. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a Scientologist.
After MCU interview, the next
know
thing
that.
it was ranked Scientologist. So
Oh, good. Finally,
stay
we
tuned.
have a playing bracket and all that jazz for it too.
Yeah.
All right, great. Anyways, they're together. They're happy. Paul Rudd's gonna clean up his life. Everybody, he's gonna get a job and go straight. He's a mechanical engineer. He won't have any problem. He goes to Baskin Robbins. They hire him at Baskin Robbins, but he is quickly fired from Baskin Robbins. Funny scene here.
Great scene with the
And
boss.
From
Yeah.
stem to stern, this Baskin Robbins scene's funny. And I read did you have this in your trivia list? Little known fact, they almost shot the entire movie inside of a Baskin Robbins.
Don't have that. I don't have that.
Huge fan. Edgar Wright was a huge fan of Gold Medal Ribbon, which is my favorite Baskin Robbins flavor
When
as
Scott
well.
is released from jail and is forced to work in Baskin Robbins under an assumed name, the quickest reactions to the fact that he calls himself Jack seem to suggest it was either an homage to Jack Kirby, co-creator of Ant-Man, or a more vague allusion to Jack of Hearts, who killed him in the comics. But given a little more knowledge of star Paul Rudd's family, the reference has an entirely different meaning. In conjunction with being called Jack, he also invites a coworker named Darby to take over and serve the idiot who can't grasp the menu's limited ice cream. For those unaware, Jack and Darby are the name of Paul Rudd's kids.
That's nice.
So he's fired, comes home early from work. We got a motley crew here. We got Pena obsessed with waffles. He's making waffles left and right this entire movie. I love it very much. Eventually, Jen is like, "Why is he making waffles?" And I'm like, "We don't need to know.
Yeah.
It's just what
Let
he
it
does.
be.
I like
He
it
just
a lot."
likes it. Yeah.
Then we got
T.I.
T.I.
Motherfucking TIP in this bitch. And it's
shit.
like, why? Why is TI here?
He's the
I love
getaway
it.
driver. He's
I
just
love
there,
it.
man. That's what he does.
It just works.
And then we got the other guy with the accent. What are you gonna call him?
The dude from Dark Knight.
The dude from Dark Knight is there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he is that guy.
What was he in Dark
He's that
Knight?
weird guy where
He's
he's
the
like,
guy that
he goes
the
to beat it,
fucking
like Harvey's
motorcycle
beating him up.
with
He's like, you ever beat up a guy who's fucking crazy? He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
he's a good character actor.
That is good.
Yeah.
He's there as like he's a hacker.
Amy Hacker.
Yeah, there. In fact,
Going to hack all the
does he want his
computers.
bird?
I do not want
Do you
my
think he
bird.
was his son?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
He just
Right?
turned the Marvel
Right?
Cinematic
Think about
Universe
it,
on
dude.
its
Think
ass.
about it.
They are working on a job, and they want Paul Rudd to be involved. It's easy money. Paul Rudd says, "No, I don't want it. I'm living this straight life. Stay away from me. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it."
If I fuck up again, I'm going back to jail. No more daughter for me.
Exactly.
Did we already get the scene of him with the daughter? The first one where they go back to the house?
Yeah, where the party's happening. Let's just
Yeah.
we'll toss it in here. So they go.
It's in there.
He goes.
Funny
he goes.
joke about asshat.
Exactly. There's an asshat joke in there. We have the guy from Boardwalk Empire who's terrifying, but is trying to be a cop in this movie, and he is terrifying still. Even though he's got a non-terrifying name like Preston or something.
We're talking about the husband.
Yeah.
Bobby Cannavale, is that his name? Cannavale.
Fine.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he Greek?
I don't know, man. I'm terrified to ask.
I feel like he's married to Rose Byrne. I
He's
don't know
so
why I
scared
said
of
that.
him. Did you see him in Boardwalk Empire?
No, I did
Watch
not.
fucking Boardwalk Empire. You will shit blood.
Oh my god, damn.
Wasn't he in Aziz Ansari's second season of the?
Yes, he was. He was the
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain
Oh, yeah.
character.
Yeah,
He was
and
also-
when I see him in that,
Even then, I was terrified of him.
Really?
Yeah.
He
was such
doing
a
some
cool
bad
guy.
stuff.
I know he's
Yeah,
a cool
sure.
guy.
I didn't see Boardwalk Empire, but
I
I
would've-
saw Master of None shit blood.
I would risk the shitting of blood. to hang
Didn't
out
know
with this
why
man.
after I saw Master of None that I shit love it. Now it makes sense.
Totally makes
It's
sense.
Bobby Cannavale.
The little ugly rabbit thing that he gives her.
Yeah.
Voiced by
Hilarious.
Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Your
best friend. Yeah.
That was cute. That was cute.
He's
The
like,
kid.
The fucking kid is
The
the
kid
best
is a
part.
scene stealer.
so good.
The problem with kids, though, is they grow up. Immediately after this, I watched the trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm like, oh, man.
Was
Big
she
kid?
14? Was she gained weight?
that. I mean, like she
gained
like
some weight?
12 or some shit now.
Take the one she had deuce and a half. What did she have?
That's not what I meant. Like, it's been like what?
Big kid.
3 years? These kid actors, they're really like fucking 10. Yeah. So now she might be 13. She's like an adult kid now. That's what I meant. Jesus.
Why does it matter? Are they trying to play with the timeline? Well, how are they doing Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But it was like, hey, next year, like, why is this kid fucking 13 now?
Here's the thing about that is like you might get hung up on that, but you won't be when you get there. We might be because we're caught up.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
A normal person will be there. It's like, oh, is that even the same kid? I don't fucking remember.
Who the fuck knows? But this kid,
where's the shit blood guy?
Her reaction though is perfect, and that's what I love. That's one of the nuances I love about this movie is that she looks at the thing and you think, oh, she's gonna hate it, and she goes with glee, "It's so ugly, I love it."
Yeah.
And then that becomes her favorite toy, obviously, because her dad gave it to her, and that's why she.
And we get the
loves it
introduction
so
that when Paul Rudd's pulled outside by his wife or whatever, or ex-wife, and is just like, you need a job, you pay child support, then you maybe see her and like be the hero she thinks you already are.
And we get the fact that he probably maybe wasn't there when he committed this crime, but this is where the movie on second viewing, I'm like, this is a little weird for me. Why does she not think he's a hero? Why does the daughter not think he's a hero? He broke in for a good reason, right? He wasn't stealing anything, but he did it to right a wrong. Like, why would your wife not think that?
Because it blew up your entire life.
What I thought was interesting is the whole time he was like, I'm done with crime. It's like, did you commit
Did you ever commit crime? Yeah, that was my thing.
It was just like, was it just...
In your brain, are you a criminal?
Yeah. You get the feeling that he is sort of like a master thief and hacker. So
but he wasn't, though.
It wasn't just that heist. I'd assume that it wasn't just that.
No,
because he was working. He was an engineer working for that company.
He has masters in electrical engineering. He was like, I'm going to be totally fine.
But I feel like when all of his group gets back together and like one more job, like this, there have been several other jobs.
I don't think that was his group.
Yeah,
like he was meeting them for the first time.
He knew Michael Pena because he was a cellmate.
Sally, yeah.
That's true.
So I think that's where I'm a little weird. But I'm like, you're pushing this a little hard in that I forget her name, the wife's character. She's one of the voices of Archer. She's fucking genius. Judy Greer.
Development.
Yeah, Judy Greer's like, you got
Lang.
What?
Her name's Maggie Lane.
Oh, in the movie, yeah. She's like, you got to get your life together, and I'm like, cut me some fucking slack, dude. I did one crime to like shed some light on this huge corporate espionage. Also gave all this money to these people. Like, I'm fucking Robin Hood, and she's acting like he was fucking holding up liquor stores for 15 years.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
If you fucking did a weird crime right now and you got thrown in the pen for 5 years, 6 years, like
was it 5? I thought it was just 3 years.
That's what I thought too. But then his mugshot was super young. When they showed the newspaper of, I remember that job you did. Yeah, he looks like clueless, Paul.
Well, I mean, no, but that's the same thing where someone just Googled his name, got a picture off Facebook, and was like, all right, they run with it.
I guess so. But what I'm saying is, like, fuck that. Paul's got a life to live. She wants help with that kid, and all of a sudden you went fucking and you gave ho-hos to everybody for free. That was your big move.
I'm just saying, like, I just don't know that the punishment necessarily fits the crime on this one. Like, if he did more stuff, like they paint him out like he's this grand master criminal, but he's not. He just did this one thing and he did it for good reasons. And his wife, after only 3 years of being in the fucking jail, has completely written him off. All I'm saying is she is a horrible character in this.
I don't know.
I'm just confused on his past is what it is.
I feel like that wasn't his only job. It's just like the way they paint it out. It's like every other action movie when there's like one more job. Like, nah, man, I'm out, dude. I'm out. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I don't think that was his only one.
Well, yeah, but I think that was them playing with that sort of like the
exactly. Yeah. That's why.
But I don't think that I think that they didn't make it seem like he was a career criminal. They made it seem like
real good at heisting.
Yeah, he was when he
called
himself a cat burglar. Remember?
He called himself a burglar, right?
Cat burglar.
Just burglar.
I'm tossing the cat.
I'm not a thief. I'm a cat burglar.
No, it was just burglar.
Cat burglar.
I'm burglar.
He said cat burglar.
I thought he did
because they made a pussy joke, didn't they?
Yeah. It looks like Humpty Dumpty fell off the well.
Big kid?
She a big kid? She a big kid?
I meant like 13. Like a teen.
We're not sure.
Anyway, so he gets this information and he needs to sort his life out. He needs the money, as they say. The money. He does some crib notes on how much money he needs in the van. He ain't gonna have that much money. So he decides he's got to get back in the job. Tell me about the job. We get the awesome Pena speech, jumping all around.
So cool.
Telling all other stuff. I wish there was like 5 more of these in the movie, but I digress.
But I think that's the thing is like, I agree with you, but I feel like if they did that, it would be too much. It's like, I feel like
Ant-Man and the Wasp, we get 3 at least.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see 3.
Yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp, same director. It's going to be Peyton Reed.
Okay.
I can only, maybe just one and they cut him off midway.
That's not how that works.
Okay. So we're gonna do the job,
It's a good
everybody.
question, though.
Thank you very much. We're gonna do the job. By the way, we've been ignoring PIM Industries and cross technologies and all
I
that.
was like, wow, did you call me?
Michael
Dad.
Douglas is old as shit now. His face looks like a baseball mitt.
I like him.
He got
attitude.
He's great. He could toss my salad any day.
Yeah.
Now he
What?
drives into Cross Technology or his place, PIM Technology. And there's a whole bunch of things. Is that Hank Pym? Oh yeah. And he's, I'm not dead. Great joke. Love that joke quite a bit. Gets in there, goes through. Cross gives his presentation. Guess what, everybody? Or no, he doesn't even give the presentation yet. Right? He just brings him over. I'm combining a bunch of scenes here. But brings him in, does this thing. Hey, there's thing. Evangeline Lilly's there. That's Pim's daughter. They don't talk no more because of the whole mother fucking being dead. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Wearing the worst wig I've ever seen anyone wear, and I hate wigs in Marvel universes,
Was
but
it
I
a
don't know why.
Where would you rank this on your wig?
This would be
ranking
the worst.
Here
I
we
guess
go.
number
It's
one.
time to wig. What's Nick? Think of wig.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Wig and Out
Was that
podcast,
kid-
where Nick
was that kid
Scarpino ranks
big?
wigs.
Now it's time to rank this wig.
Hey, how big was that kid? Jesus Christ, that's a really big kid. No, I just remember.
Oh, we are fucking
It was
donezo.
clear that I
against the
meant
wall.
grown up, like a teenager, right? You all understood that. I didn't mean it.
We can move on. I hated her hair in this. I hated the wig.
I hated it
a
too.
wig.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a wig.
I want
It was
some type of
definitely a wig.
confirmation that I want
I
proof
don't
that
like
it was
the-
a wig.
I didn't like the look of it.
It's fucking
I didn't like her
terrible.
hair. Period.
I guess
Gia
I
loved it.
I loved
I
it.
thought it was cool. I was like, oh, look at her.
Ant-Man, first Marvel movie that Gia ever saw when we first watched it when it came out. Hated it then. Loved it now. But in a
Crazy.
review that she wanted to make sure that I read
Wow.
was
Gia-
Evangeline Lilly is goals. She's so buff and so cute.
Yeah.
And I've wanted to see her body since Lost. And she has a whimsical haircut. And she wears stripes. I love her.
Her
That's
body was
Gia
amazing in
Harris's
this. She looked
Ant-Man
great.
review.
Her hair was
She
cool
looks
too.
great.
Her hair looks better
It was
as it
tough
goes
hair.
on as they tussle
Her hair
it
looks
up.
better in The Hobbit.
Genevieve Saint-Onge Miller enjoyed her, but was very frustrated with her character arc in this movie. Throughout the training sequences with Paul Rudd, throughout all the stuff, and just like, come the fuck on. Why aren't they using her? And I'm like, no, Michael Douglas isn't, you know
Because he's
what?
afraid to lose her.
And then we got there and she's like, that is the most serve the patriarch bullshit I've ever heard. Why
What?
doesn't she just grab the suit and go? And I didn't have a good response. Why didn't she just tell her dad to cram it and then fucking use a little shrink thing on his
Well,
balls?
because I think she also wants to please her dad. Like there was a complex relationship there where she
Shrink thing on
was
his balls.
she was trying to like get her dad's approval, and that was why. Jesus, that was why her and was it Darren Cross? That was his name. What his name
Yeah,
was?
Darren
That
Cross.
was why they were simpatico to begin with, because they were both craving something that they never had, which was like the approval of this father figure. So I totally buy that from a father-daughter relationship. She wanted to be in the suit, but she also wanted him to tell her. Like it was very important for him to say, "You're the one.
And
I'm
my
choosing you."
2018 independent wife, snap, was just like, fuck that, take the suit and go. And I'm like, she's way better than Paul Rudd. You're right. She would be a better person.
I mean, there's a lot of plot holes in this one, not the least of which is why did they have to have this incredibly elaborate plan to sneak him in when he could have just snuck him in his pocket?
No,
just throwing
because
that out
they
there.
had to
Body
go through
scanners.
like the body scanners.
Body scanners would have picked up 2 life signs.
Yeah.
They didn't
For
pick up
sure.
the fucking tank he
I was
had
going to
in his
say
pocket.
now, why not shrink him and put him in the tank that apparently everyone thinks is just a tank?
Lead-based tank. Weird.
That's my favorite thing. Watching this movie, I remember when we were watching it together, and I kept leaning over and going, "That's gonna be important later."
Yeah.
All these fucking lingering close-ups on this keychain. I'm like, I wonder
That was
what's
dope, by the way. That was.
That
You knew what it was.
great
You knew
scene.
exactly
Yeah,
what it was.
Right
You're like,
from the
it's fucking
beginning, you're like,
tank.
oh, he's got a tank.
What I thought was surprising about it, though, was when it pops out, it's got the fucking keychain aspect of
Yeah,
it too,
yeah,
still
yeah.
attached to it. That was fun.
That was real fun.
Yeah.
So Paul Rudd, aka the Ant-Man, is in on this job. He's gonna go do it. They're gonna go steal stuff. There's a funny safe. They got to get in there. Blah, blah, blah.
Cool ass scene. Really enjoyed it. I loved him breaking in, using the ice and stuff.
Yeah.
Heists are fucking cool.
Showing
man.
how
It's
smart he
video
was.
games.
Yeah.
We get like 2 heists in this movie.
Yeah.
Dope.
We get in there. It's just the suit. He decides to take the suit, of course, but via an ant, Hank Pym is watching from his secret HQ.
Anthony.
Which was right next door, right?
His name
like-
was Anthony.
Yeah, it was in the building. It was
Yeah,
like in the,
no, but
in
like
the-
it was like right next to
yeah,
that.
he could have just opened up the thing and
and
seen
it's
him.
been like, hey, you got it.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I trust you own it, using
Yeah.
and stuff.
But he wanted to see him play with the suit.
So they go back and they're mad. We probably went back to cross
Yeah, there's no
technology
money.
here. I forget. There's something.
We're shrinking lambs.
Cross.
There's
Do we
another-
keep
Is that where he
we
kills
keep
the
blowing
dude?
up
He kills the
lambs.
dude that like
Maybe.
resisted. The
Maybe.
dude that
That
was
was-
like,
I
hey,
like
it's a
that.
bad idea.
Yeah,
And he
I liked that scene. I liked
Popped
that
up in
scene.
the bathroom like as
This
he opens
was-
the door and he's just
Yeah.
standing there and he's like, oh shit.
No, this
That's
was
what you get
another.
for peeing in a stall, man. That's how they sneak up on you.
That's how I got you. That you know. This is another one of those things where I'm like, okay, I get that we have to have a villain who's bad, but this guy's a psychopath.
But I mean,
like he just
I buy
it's
it
a
because he was getting fucked with the stuff.
Was he?
why? And they
Wait,
made
how?
that
They just
point.
dropped that out of the blue
Yeah,
on us.
out of nowhere,
And
she
then he
was just
started
like-
crying, and I was like, I guess, fuck, this is really happening.
So it
particles.
really did that was one of those things on second viewing where I was like, this is a little weird. They're like, oh, you've been exposed to the particle, but he's never once been shrunk. Like, what is he playing with it like silly putty? And no one can see him. He's like, fucking
Well, no,
jump
but
in
see,
this
I buy
particle.
that though because like he's been experimenting and he's been trying
But
to.
they hadn't
to get all this
developed it
stuff.
fully till like way later, so it was some weird. It being used around you makes you sick. That's not good.
That's psych.
right?
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good
really
product.
bad for
Yeah,
Ant-Man.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Because I know
That
Michael
is the
Douglas
stuff.
alluded to the fact that he was fucked up about it too, but he wasn't psychotic. And
No,
I
I think
buy
it was-
that maybe
it was a
because his formula
physical-
was different. Yeah, I thought he was
Yeah.
just his body was just
Yeah,
physically
he
broken
was just
down by
done.
it.
I
Can't
totally
shrink.
didn't like Cross. I didn't like anything about him.
I thought he was just too
I
maniacal.
liked him a lot. I thought he was a crazy asshole.
From my
Yeah.
villains, we'll talk about this later on Ragu Bag
Vids.
$1,000.
Big shake up, everybody, for the Patreon. Stay tuned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do me a favor, Kev. Put a countdown clock right here to when this is coming out so people know.
Not even possible. We don't have that sort of technology.
Yeah, there was nothing cool about him. Like with,
I love
Him
that
or Yellow
actor.
Jack. Are you talking about Yellow Jack?
I'm talking about Cross mostly, the character. I just like, if you're gonna
There's
be
a lot of
one
things
way,
cool
like,
about Yellow Jack.
try to be like at least funny. I don't know, man.
I love that actor
I thought
since
he was
House of
great,
Cards. I thought he was fun. He's just an unhinged.
totally
He was doing
just
that thing
didn't
where he
give a
puts his
shit.
hand on people's
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah,
I
and he
totally
kept
uncomfortable,
doing
man.
that so
Very
much,
uncomfortable.
and he kept
Very
moving up higher and higher on people. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought he was
I
lame.
really value your opinion. Let's talk about this later.
Yeah, that was good. And then they like everybody looks at it and like, what? I thought he was
That's
putting
freaky.
something small on him.
That's what I thought too. I thought he was gonna go, "Kick," and the guy shrinks down to nothing, and he just steps on him.
Damn, that would have been good too.
psychotic.
Fuck.
Although I
Have
do,
you ever written a movie?
I have written movies before. I'm talented. I like the part where he goes and shrinks the little lamb. I thought that was cute. I would keep a whole
and it
pet,
worked.
like a whole farm of little animals, and then
I don't like
flip
how
them
he flicked
occasionally.
it. Because first off, that seemed mean, and secondly, that seems like it'd hurt your finger.
No, he's fucking with that. He's a
He
He was
Psychopath.
psychopath.
fine. He was fine.
We
He
have
did
to
his
establish
thing.
that this guy is totally terribly bad.
Anyways,
give a
Paul Rudd says this suit, there's something to it, puts the suit on, fucks around, engages. Guess what? He's small. He's in the bathtub now. And Pena's coming in here. He's going to take a shower or some kind. Michael Douglas, he's talking into Paul Rudd's ear, trial by fire or whatever. He's got to do this stuff. He falls through this crazy San Francisco apartment, like you'd find anywhere in San Francisco, where they have a nice shower, they're doing all this stuff. Falls down here, they're doing a rave down here. Okay, cool, that's happening.
We saw the rave earlier too.
Did we? I didn't notice that.
When he was going up the stairs, there was just a fucking rave, and it's like, why is this
Those
2 day
people
long
standing
rave?
outside. They're
Yeah.
playing music.
Nice. Okay.
I didn't put that together. I saw it. I was like, why did they show us that? Had no idea it was the same place.
Yeah.
Smart.
That's funny.
We got a lot of cool stuff. Him getting small, him rolling around things.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I love all that
Yeah.
shit.
I like the
Again.
rat. I didn't catch it until this time, but when he runs by the girl's shoes, that she has the big platform shoes on that are glass, it like amplifies them so you
Yeah.
can see him for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah.
That was really well done. The terrifying rat gave me nightmares.
Fucking
but I also love
horrifying.
that you get a sense of how dense he is.
Yeah.
Because as he like shoots through the floor,
He's
and things
cracking
like that.
tile
Yeah.
and he's doing
It's really
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, you got an idea of that.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was cool.
His watching it with someone who has zero context for what Ant-Man is, his abilities are a little weird.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, so because my wife was watching, goes, but wouldn't it take him forever to run
Yeah.
from point A to point B that
You just don't
small?
think
And
about
I
it.
was
Just don't
like,
think about it.
I think he can jump high.
Yeah, he can jump really far.
And then halfway through the movie, I realized that the power that's more terrifying wasn't being able to shrink people or make them bigger. It was the ability to control all the fucking ants in a house and have them fucking guard or kill someone. How did nobody figure that out? That's the actual true power that everyone should be. With a fucking hearing aid, he's like, oh, I just think it's like beep boop, bop, and the ants can fucking bite people and kill people. That's terrifying. Think
You're
about
right.
that.
You're fucking
Yeah,
right.
100%.
Like, I'd rather have
When
that power
when
to talk
they're-
to insects.
I love it when jumping ahead when she's in the car and she's like, no, and he's like, all right, cool, and he just puts it on, and then just ants come out of her dashboard. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well,
fuck,
ants
man.
are everywhere. Think about that. Ants are in your shirt.
Your shirt's made of ants.
He falls onto a car and then gets big.
Yeah.
In that car,
Uh-huh.
we have Garrett Morris, who played
Yes.
Ant-Man in an SNL skit called Ant-Man at a Party 35 years ago. He was the first ever Ant-Man
I knew it was
in live
Garrett Morris. I
action.
did not realize he had an Ant-Man connection. I'm not
makes
familiar
sense.
with that skit.
Baby Driver. Garrett Morris.
Was he in Baby Driver?
Yeah, wasn't he the old man?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Grandpa?
No.
Yeah.
No.
He might have been.
No.
I don't know.
I don't.
No.
Look it
I'll
up.
save you right
Look it
here.
up.
How much you want to bet?
$5 right now.
$5?
Cash.
$5.
Do it.
Shake
Do
my
it.
hand. Shake my hand.
Edgar
Shake my
Wright.
hand.
Shake his hand.
There's an Edgar Wright
Yeah, here we
connection.
go. Money.
I'll look it up. You guys talk.
Dude, I'm waiting on the fucking answer. Baby Driver, who's the old man? It ain't Garrett Morris. I'm $5 richer.
What are you doing with your $5?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do with your $5?
I will see, man.
And give me a drum roll. Greg is right. It was not.
Pick me up.
If I'm this was an actor
This is
named
the
CJ
inaugural
Jones.
Garrett Morris
Do it now
bet.
so we can see.
Go ahead and play me the Garrett Morris bet song, Andy.
Oh man, it's been a
So
really
he falls in the
long
car.
Yep. And then I think he gets up. I don't remember this part. I don't know. He gets out of the.
It
goes
falls
outside.
small and it goes.
Yeah, and then he gets
and then
big, and then we
big,
cut
and
to
then-
something. I don't know.
I think he goes and takes a suit back.
No,
Oh
He's like,
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
this shit.
yeah. He
I'm
runs
gonna
it all
take
the
the
way
suit
back,
back.
puts it in the thing.
Does the exact same like cool parkour move. Now
Yeah, that
why
was
he can do
awesome.
parkour? Who cares?
He's
It's
a,
cool.
he's a cat burglar. And then when he comes back out, guess what? Pa! Cops are there. The po-po, as Cool Greg would call him.
The fuzz.
They've got him. They take him to jail. Guess what? You're in jail now. Oh no. And the fucking terrifying Boardwalk Empire guy, who I'm pretty sure I've seen his dick in Boardwalk Empire.
And now we know he's a cop, right?
We knew
This was-
before.
Oh,
They
did we?
mentioned it before. They
no,
mentioned
no,
it before.
yeah. He is arguing with his ex-wife.
Yeah, and
and
she's
he's
like, no, you're
"And
dating a cop or whatever.
Yeah.
And then again,
yeah.
in the ex-wife character that's so well written, she was like, he provides stability. A guy that goes out and puts his life on the line every day and may or may not come home provides stability.
All I'm telling you, for you guys who want to be the naysayers, is of course, she's attracted to men who do the right thing, but there's a way to do the right thing that doesn't end up with you in jail. Sorry, ho-ho.
Oh, I love it. He's ho-ho. Earlier we were saying
Can
his
you
name's
stop
Kevin. He's
giving
ho-ho.
me nicknames, please?
He is ho-ho.
Just fucking choose one.
Because he loves
It's fine.
Christmas.
Cool, Greg, I need
That's
another beer.
Christmas.
I'm only about 1/15 through this whole
Oh
summer.
my God.
Jesus Christ.
I love these. Let it go. Let it last forever.
Let it ride.
Let's go.
Thank you. So he takes Sue back, gets arrested, thrown in jail. And then guess what? Some ants come in or something, I think. No, that's not right. I'm jumping. Your lawyer's here. Who's my lawyer? Turns out it's Michael Douglas. He's still old looking, but he's still hot. He comes in. He doesn't reveal who he is, but he's like, basically, you got a choice. You can either be an idiot or you can go back to your cell and wait further instructions. What do you mean? He walks out. Oh my God.
The ants
Okay.
like go on the
Swarming
the
the camera.
Ants are on the camera. That's
people
cool.
can see it. It's cool. Very cool. But you're telling me that the fucking cops are just going to let this happen? I don't buy that for 1 second.
Well,
Also-
cops, as you know,
also
cops
stupid.
are overworked. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're overworked.
They're just dumb and
stupid.
stupid.
That's
Good point,
cool.
solid point.
Also, later,
In all
it
movies.
doesn't work. They have a picture of him. They're like, hey, Hank Pym came. Remember?
Yeah, it
So
really is not
didn't
that hard
work.
for them to figure that out.
Yeah.
Hey, I think the guy's line is the guy from The Wire is like, I think his lawyer is Hank Pym, noted scientist. Like, it's very fucking weird.
Back to his cell he goes. I'm sure we got some cutaway to cross doing something. I don't fucking know. But guess what happens to him? Ants walk in. They got a mini suit. The suit blows up off camera. Suit gets big. There's the suit. You gonna put on the suit. The ants start counting down.
Dope.
Awesome.
Because Hank Pym is all over the place, apparently. He can
Fucking dude,
see
he
everything.
gets it,
He
man.
knows everything. But no, it doesn't matter. Guy from The Wire, you said?
Yeah, the guy from The Wire.
Because I don't know who this man is. He did not get enough dialogue or screen time.
Remember the Titans. Julius, linebacker. Yeah.
You are right.
Yeah.
Fuck me running. That
He
was
played-
him. Shit. He's
What
an
was his
adult
character
now.
on
He's
Wire,
an
though?
adult now.
He was
hard.
not Stringer.
Yeah.
I think he was Stringer.
No,
He wasn't
Stringer
Stringer
Bell
Bell.
was,
It was Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
But he was the brother. He was
I
the guy
have to-
that
I
was the
have to
original
look it up.
gangster.
Michael B.
I know.
Jordan.
No, Michael B. Jordan doesn't
Anyways,
fare well on The Wire.
he puts on the suit. He shrinks down. Guy from Injustice or whatever the movie we just talked about was. He like does a double take, drops his coffee. I think I don't know. No, his like Pepto Bismol
Garrett
bottle
Morris.
doesn't
Did
matter.
it bother anyone that he had 10 seconds to put on the suit, and when it came back, he still had 5 seconds left? Like,
Why-
I was like,
No.
that's way too quick.
That-
There's
Jen-
no way I get a suit on 3
It-
seconds.
It bothered Jen as well. You
Okay,
can- you can
good.
hit her
That
up.
was way too fast.
You can go to French Canadians on Ant-Man for that on vids on Twitter.
Avon Barksdale.
Avon Barksdale. And Stringer was the other one, right? That's right.
He's out. He's running. They immediately freak the fuck out. They just freak the fuck out. 5 block radius, all this shit. I'm like, there's a fucking cat burglar, you know. I feel like this would be like Cool Greg escaping SFPD. Like, fuck, we'll get him next time. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna throw out a SWAT team in a helicopter.
Yeah, they're like, we have no idea where this guy's going to be every day on the morning show.
Yeah,
That's cool,
exactly.
Greg. Yeah, exactly.
But he gets out. He gets on Anthony, or the ant that will later be named Anthony. They fly away. We have a funny scene. He passes out because it's too high. It's too crazy being little Ant-Man flying through the sky. But it was cool. I like that a lot. They're sticking to cars. They're not sticking to cars. They're getting on motorbikes. All this different stuff. He wakes up. He's in bed. Turns out he's in Michael Douglas's house. Evangeline Lilly there. She's not about this life. She's texting. She doesn't like this. Got some really mean ants on the ground who then like he can walk slowly Right? Whatever. He comes down. This is what's happening. We need you to be part of our team. We got to go steal some stuff. He's not going to steal. I'm not going to steal shit. I need you to steal shit. Funny little scene there.
Yeah.
By the way, in that scene, I don't know if you guys remember the original trailer, but he goes, Scott, I need you to be the Ant-Man. And then it cuts. But in the trailer, he had a fucking great line where he's like, is it too late to change the name? And I don't know why they didn't keep that in the movie.
We're running long.
Nah, this is a movie's like in and done. We're almost to the climax of the film right now.
Yeah, no, this movie does go by a lot faster than
because it's so much fun.
A lot of them.
Very fun movie.
Very fun.
Okay, good.
I like at that point, he's like, why don't we get the Avengers? And it's like always a good, important question to ask for these things.
Yep.
And I really enjoy, and this movie's in San Francisco, I like how it does feel different than a lot of the East Coast stuff that we've seen in all the rest of the MCU. And I like that they set that up with the Avengers being over there, and also him not trusting because of Stark. And all
that was a great.
The Stark line was really good,
and that's actually believable. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Time for a training montage.
Evangeline Lilly, I always get her mixed up with Elizabeth Banks. Am I the only one?
Elizabeth Banks?
Very different.
You're definitely the only one.
Oh my god,
dude, they're totally different.
They have
One's
like,
blonde, for Christ's sake.
They have like a similar mouth.
You're fucking. I hate you, Andy. I hate you so goddamn much.
I know those walls are just styrofoam, but go bang your head against those for a
They have
minutes.
a similar mouth.
No, bro, you're
Look
wrong.
it up.
How dare you? They're both angels.
I'm not saying.
Training montage. We got to get you in tip-top shape here, Paul Rudd.
Great montage.
Yeah,
Showing
exactly.
off all the different ant types. Fucking loved it.
Ant-types was fun. We got the fighting scenes. Evangeline Lilly punched him in the mouth. They're rolling around, tapping out, doing all this
That was
jazz.
a really funny moment. That like, did you even see my hand?
Yeah, that was great. The movie's really funny.
I do hate the forced exposition of Dad, you told me that Mom died because blah, blah, blah. Don't I? Like, I get that we need to learn that, but I just hate that, like...
Forced exposition. I heard forced exposition.
Yeah,
Like,
forced
what?
sex.
What does that mean?
No, but those that
Wasn't that forced? Like I think they were just talking about. And he was like, "Oh, she died in a plane," and it was her mom.
Oh, I
died.
love that shit. Are you
You
kidding
have
me?
that lie. You
When
have that
when it's
bullshit
revealed
still?
that he was the OG Ant-Man and the
And she
Wasp
was
was the OG
Wasp. That was
Wasp, and she
dope.
died and all that shit, fucking love it.
But he
No, but that's not what he means.
I don't
He
hate
means
that.
the
He means when
throwaway
Michael
line.
Douglas comes down and is like, she died in a plane crash. And she's
And
like,
the
you've been
other
telling
one-
me that lie forever. Don't lie to me
And it's like,
anymore.
what a weird conversation to have in front of Paul Rudd.
But it's one of-
It shows their strained relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so it's one of those fucking things, and this is the stupidest trope in movies and in TV, and I swear to God, if I had power, I would just kibosh it right now. Stop fucking using I just did it to protect you as a story device. It's fucking horrible. They do it in The Flash every fucking episode. Someone bold-faced lies to their family to protect them, and guess what happens? Oh, they don't end up getting fucking attacked anyway because you're not supposed to fucking lie to each other. Like, I hate that line. That was the only thing that made me cringe. It was like, I did it to protect you. You've been fucking lying to me for 35 years to protect. Who are you gonna protect me from? I got a normal job, and I work with a guy that's a psychopath. So you're not doing it fucking right, bro. Sorry, I get heated.
It's a normal job followed by working with the psychopath.
But you know what I mean? Like, I did it to protect you. You're not doing a great job of it, Dad. I work with this fucking guy that turns you into a pile of biomush.
Ew.
That was stupid.
Little piece
Also,
of grape
as
jelly.
we've been caught up in the Paul Rudd stat. Remember, Cross, he's working on his own shrink technology. He's got all this stuff.
Figures it
It's
out.
not 100% there, then he does figure it out, and they're going to make the yellow jacket suit. Okay, cool. Catch up with that later. Training montage done. Paul Rudd can run and jump through keyholes, and it's
Are you
fucking
guys
rad.
not going to talk about Paul Rudd's abs?
Oh, dude.
I'm
sorry.
I missed it.
I need it.
3,
You missed
2, 1.
Were they born? Born in labs. Now it's time to rank those abs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth episode of Rank Those Abs podcast. My name is Nick Scarpino. I'll be your host today. With me is Flapjack, White Boy One, the founding member of the NRA, Mr. Nitro Rifle.
What's up,
and
Nitro Rifle Association?
Ho ho.
I thought we were gonna go with Kevin.
I'm gonna put.
Can I not be white boy? Can I be Twinkie so we can be ho-ho?
Yeah,
and
you can be Twinkie and
I'm
Ho Ho,
in.
sure.
Oh, and Twinkie. Fuck
But you still
yeah.
have to be Twinkie_1 just in case there's another
Just in
Twinkie.
Oh man, I really hope some fan art of us as a Twinkie and the
Well, it
ho
will
come
now.
in.
It will
I'm
now.
very excited for that.
I will rank Paul Rudd's abs. He's mid-tier. He looked great.
Highway
Mid-tier.
fucking robbery.
Highway robbery.
Dude, when you're ranking abs
He's cranked
against...
like this.
Oh
and
my
it's
God,
shredded.
it is.
He was
insane.
fucking shredded, but I don't think he was more shredded than Guardians of the Galaxy Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
was.
nowhere
He was.
close.
He
He's
definitely
nowhere
was.
close to Hemsworth jacked.
No.
What? No. Okay.
And he's nowhere close to
he is
Michael
a
B.
s-
Jordan jacked.
He is a smaller guy with less muscle, so that's why he looked more
Yeah,
shredded.
he's skinny as fuck. He's shredded.
Yeah, like there was
Great
less
abs.
body mass there. Right?
Sure, yeah.
So they were pop. We saw every fucking.
Yeah, I've
vein in
seen
there, man.
Greek statues
Beautiful.
that like had this level of detail. It was.
Look,
But
I can't remember.
You know about Nick and his thoughts on abs. It is you need the girth. You need
You
the
gotta
size.
have fucking volume.
Being sleek is just that's
So
too
Nick,
easy.
you are
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
quantity
You need
over
bulk.
quality. Is that what
I'm
you're
quality
saying?
and quantity,
'Cause
which
that,
Chris
like-
Hemsworth had all 3 times you see his abs so far.
The third time he has the most.
Well, no, go watch Ragnarok. Jesus fuck.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Isn't that the third
Spoilers.
time?
I watched it again.
Did he take off his shirt in Avengers?
Yeah, in Ragnarok.
No.
Yeah, he
He's-
took off both
he's-
Thors. Both Thors.
He's not. He's playing
Okay, yeah.
fast
So I
moves.
was saying the third one. So the third one he takes off his shirt is Ragnarok. I was agreeing with you.
Oh yeah, we're right.
Okay.
We're both
All right,
right.
all
Well,
right.
as a founding member of Rank Those Abs, you get a vote in this.
I meant to say grown,
Oh.
not born in labs.
Shut the fuck up.
Seriously, dude.
They're gonna.
You're
know
so
the
off,
weed
and
is
I
hitting
blame
you.
it to the pot on the pot brownie. It's the pot brownie's fault.
Blame
Maybe
it to the proud.
blame it to the pot. This podcast
So
is so
where do these?
stupid.
Where do they rank?
I don't know. I don't even have a list. Let's move on.
He's trained. He's ready to go. Let's do the mission. Oh no, we need extra people. We're gonna go
They
get.
moved up the timetable. Is that what's happened?
I forget what the reason.
Yeah, it was a big
Because
deal.
he figured it out. They got to like
He figured
move
it out
the
early.
timetable.
Oh right, yeah.
And they
dude,
put everything on extra security.
Yeah, Cross came over and he had black gloves on, and then they weren't on, and he was like, it was very OJ about it. And then like, yeah, they used the ants to control and the move. Oh, we got the reveal of the original. As soon as he said, "Don't fuck with the regulator," like, well, clearly this is gonna come
Something's
back in this
happened.
movie, and it's happened before. That's what happened to the mom.
You go subatomic.
I thought it was a great scene. And seeing the montage of her kicking ass,
Yep.
them kicking ass together,
Yeah.
very fucking cool.
I
The
find
fact that
it.
she has wings too. So cool.
I find it weird though that during the training montage they decided to do hand-to-hand combat, which is like, how long has this lasted? Because it seems like
It's days.
it's useless
hours.
to just do 3 training sessions with hand-to-hand combat. You're like, what are you doing? What are you
He
trying to
nailed
do
her
here?
move later, so it
Sure,
wasn't that
he
useless
did, yeah.
then.
I mean, she had a great hip throw, which
Sure.
was cool.
I think you, as somebody who's in the martial arts, understand that there's really only 3 or 4 different angles punches can come from.
Exactly.
So if you can counter one, you counter them all.
I'm just mystified that that's not the level of training that I've gotten into yet.
You
Here
ever
I
been
am,
trained with Evangeline
2
Lilly?
years in,
Nick, you
still
go
figuring it out.
like for an hour at a time. He was there for several days.
That's
You didn't,
true.
You didn't fucking
understand?
run. You didn't run with
Days.
ants. dude.
And when they're connected, man, it multiplies it. You know what I mean?
I love they threw that in there. He's like, she's an expert in martial arts. She trained during a particularly rough time. Yeah, when my mom died. Oh, okay, cool. So you trained real hard at martial
Well, yeah,
arts.
and then that's where he's like, yeah, it was a plane accident. See, I feel like that.
It was
all. I liked
Just
it.
brought it all together.
I didn't like it. I mean, I just thought it was fine.
Timetable's pushed up. Cross is going yellow jacket crazy the next day.
Oh,
all
no,
right.
we missed. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I don't. What, you,
Wait,
His little journey
Did we get to
with
the
the cameo.
Avengers?
No, they're about to. Yeah, they're about to do that. They
They're
have
about
to do
I
the high
think he
sooner.
skipped it.
no,
but-
we did skip it. You're right. We did
yeah,
skip
because
it.
then so they sent him over to an old abandoned
Stark research, not even
facility thing.
storage.
And,
Yeah.
Nah, it's the
Nah.
Avengers, bro, and I fucking love it because when you go and you hear the Avengers theme
Yeah.
for a second, and he goes down, oh, looks like no one's home. It's like, no, someone's home, and it's fucking Falcon. When I watched this movie in theaters,
I
that was
remember
when
that.
I was
That
like,
was awesome.
holy shit, I did not know he was in this.
That was so
This
cool.
is fucking great.
So
This universe is awesome. The whole scene was fucking great. Him calling him
we-
the Pelican, awesome. Loved that.
We also saw that same facility at the end of Avengers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
neat.
it was like, oh man, it's so well knit together. This universe.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome. He was great in it too, Falcon.
Yeah.
I fucking love that scene where he's like, he realizes he's lost and he's like, under no circumstances.
I really appreciate if Cap didn't know about this.
Never knew about this,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's awesome.
That was
So
really
good.
fun.
So good. Great fight scene too.
Also, it's hilarious that Ant-Man, like right before they start fighting, is like, "Hey, my name's this and that. Here's all the info." It's like,
Did he
all right,
just say his
yeah.
name?
Well, no, it was great because it was a very like rational thing, right? Of like, I always make fun of Batman v Superman for it, right? Of like, why doesn't he just tell Batman when he shows him? And like, it would be like I feel like Paul Rudd is such a great everyman in this movie of like, cool, you're thrust into this superhero world, kind of this weird thing where he is just like saying the things that would have been my first reaction too, just like, I'm a huge fan, you guys are awesome. I'm trying to save the world too. Can I get this thing?
You know what it's
fucking
like.
awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's such a great scene. Totally great. Probably one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
They get the thing, then they come home, cross it there, blah, blah, blah. Push up the timetable. We bring in the idiots. They make some more waffles. Everything's having fun. More amazing scenes here. We should have had these guys together the whole time. I hope an Ant-Man and Wasp are there the whole time. Having a great time.
I don't get scared. Remember?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I thought Daddy didn't get scared. Yeah, and they're running around. They give him Xanax, all this different stuff.
Michael Pena has all the great lines in this where he's like, hey, thank you for having us over. It's not too often that you get invited back to the house that you just robbed.
We just robbed this place.
You just robbed this place.
Fucking so good.
And I love that he doesn't stop smiling the entire
whole
time.
movie,
He just-
man.
that's his
He's such a-
character.
You know who he reminds you of? Danny Juarez.
I can see that.
he's
I can
Danny
see that.
Juarez
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
We need to, not too late for this one, but we need to get Danny Juarez and then for an Easter egg. Before we should, since no one else will do it, we should do it where we bring Danny Juarez in and he recaps all the MCUs and reviews leading up to Age of Ultron. So it's time to do the job, I think, right? When everybody's fine, or we're gonna go do the job. Oh, Paul Rudd goes back to see his daughter one last time because he has to fight for something. Of course, that was key to him being able to clear his mind, control the ants, do that, Jeff. So it's time for the assault on Cross Technologies. What's happening?
Just saying, like, again, you have the ability to talk to ants and make them gigantic. And this is not the thing you're trying to sell to people.
That's like, real smart. The way you said that, I never thought about that.
Think about an army of ants that there are literally countless numbers of these soldiers on the planet. They just keep making them. Make them big, send them over to Iraq. We win the war.
At some point, we get a scene with Cross, like talking to different people about like different potential buyers of the tech, and one of them has a 10 rings tattoo.
Oh.
So that's cool.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think the problem with your theory there is that would be a Pym thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Cross was very much hung up on the shrinking tech. And I don't know, even since they didn't really have the exploits of Ant-Man, the Ant-Man as I keep calling him, did they understand?
No, they would not have.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I were to deal with this, I'd be like, I'm less worried about this guy selling a suit that he's going to make money off of and more worried about the fact that at any given time, you could mobilize an entire army of ants to assassinate someone. That's terrifying.
Giant ass ants.
Big ants, which I love at the end, by the way. We'll get there.
Big ants.
I'm just being facetious. I just find it.
You others can't deny when an ant walks in with an enemy face.
It just, to me, that was one of the weird things that, like, I hate to use this term, but in writing they call it double mumbo jumbo, where you're like, it's believable that you can shrink people and make people big. It's also but it's a little weird when you introduce another thing like that where you have to also buy the fact that this guy can fucking control ants with his brain.
I mean, that's a weird, it's similar with Spider-Man when you really think about it, where it's like, oh, like he can stick to walls, he got bit by a spider, but he made the webs. I always thought that was weird.
Well, that's kind of works,
Sam
though.
Raimi, God bless his soul, fixed everything.
I'm Team Organic, and I know that's not a popular opinion.
I don't know. He felt it. He felt it, what he needed to mix together. We've always known that.
The whole talking to ants thing
anymore.
Really reminded me of the whole ants thing. Really reminded me of Last Jedi and teaching Rey how to learn the Force. Like that, it's the same sort of bullshit.
Well, he didn't
just
teach her how to use the Force. She just knew it.
Research your I got the same sort of vibes. It was kind of like
feel the rocks.
Clear your mind.
Feel the rocks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, to argue that point, Yoda taught Luke how to use the Force in like 10 days too. So
a lot of people think that was 3 months. That's a fact.
That makes more sense.
So we go there.
I just clear
to Cross Technologies for this kickoff party where they're gonna sell the suit. They're gonna show the suit. They're gonna do something with the suit. They got the suit, and you got the clowns outside. Paul Rudd jumps out, opens the door, totally revealing himself to be looking at this door getting flung open. That he's Ant-Man. And he shrinks down, drops in the grate. Millions of ants coming out. Personally, I just would have shrunk myself before I opened the door.
I thought that as well, or had them open the door.
Yeah, exactly. He's going in underground. They're going to pressurize the tubes inside, get him out that way. Inside, we got T.I. and Computer Guy. They're going to do their stuff out there, dressed like janitors. Inside, we got Pena. He's walking around being just
whistling
funny
Small
and awesome.
World.
Don't whistle, and he whistles Small World. Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
The boss said to come down here and check on everything. I'm checking everything. I'm the boss. Oh, and he just fucking knocks him out. So this heist is going on again, as you're talking about. You love heists. You're getting another heist for you. They're moving through. Paul Rudd's using all the ants. He's learned all the different kinds of ants. I like when he calls out their names and he's just like, whatever, tiramisu. I don't remember what you're called. And like the ants drop and bite the guy and Pena puts him in there and then outside the cops show up. Dude from Remember the Titans, dude from Boardwalk Empire. They're going to arrest Hank Pym. This is a fly in the ointment nobody wants. Hank Pym's almost going inside. They stop him. They're going to arrest him and ask him some questions. Hank's like, if I don't go in there, people are going to die. He's like, that's dramatic. Then T.I. throws himself on the grenade, runs over there, steals the cop's car. They all freak out and run away. Pym goes inside. Great. Pym gets pulled away by Cross. Then you get the presentation. The suit works. Guess what? I'm going to sell it to bad guys. Oh, no. 10 Rings guy's there. So is the old 80s villain guy that was from earlier.
Clear bad guy.
Clear bad guy. They're in their Hydra. They say they're Hydra. Okay, cool. Good for you.
Another good like moment where it's like, oh, it's not like, what was it?
Hydra. He's like, Hydra's different now.
Yeah, they're not the ones you remember.
They're the same ones you remember. They stand for different things now.
I think that's like the only thing that I liked that Cross did in this movie. It was like that line.
Yeah. I
enjoyed the way he delivered that. I thought that was really cool.
Cool.
It's just one of those things though, when as he talks, as this stuff progresses, you're like, I don't understand how you thought you were going to get away with any of this stuff. Especially as when the shit kicks off, he goes from 0 to fucking nuclear and just starts like shots fired. There's cops in the lobby. We know that. Like there's a bunch of security. Everyone's just gonna be cool with this guy fucking assassinating people in this building in America. But I don't know. was very weird.
It could just be that it was the actor that I didn't like, but like if you put Sam Rockwell in this role, that would have been awesome.
He's already knocked out of the park
Justin
in this
Hammer.
MCU.
You're right. You're right.
Anyways, we're doing the heist. We're doing all sorts of stuff. It's all going flawlessly. The ants are making electricity. Everybody's having great. Penya's doing all his funny stuff. Great.
Anthony dies at some point.
We're
That's later.
not
Later.
there yet. Yeah.
That's the helicopter.
Paul Rudd's gonna drop in. The laser's got to be turned off. The cops are back to arrest the guys in the van. It's all very tense. But he hits the space bar.
Give me one
Lights
second.
turned off. Ant-Man falls. Gets in there. And then guess what? It's a trap. He's got him. And we're like, all right, why doesn't he just get big? All right, cool. He's gonna keep jumping at the glass. He can't break the glass. All right. Then people draw guns in there. Eventually,
If he gets big in a space that's small but like won't expand, wouldn't that just crush him?
Yeah, he'll die.
Yeah, isn't that how
scary.
he exactly gets out of it in 5 minutes?
No, he takes his little.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's on me.
blows
That's on
up
me.
and
Sorry, I
shrinks
forgot
the
about
glass
that.
or blows up the glass,
You're
whatever it was.
right. So yeah, there are guns. He pops out. Yeah, I'm Ant-Man. And everyone's like, no.
I thought you were gonna go.
His mandibles go off. No, they all fight. People start getting shot. Michael Douglas is shot. Cross runs away. Hydra dude grabs the fuel.
He grabs the fuel. Yeah, so he
yeah.
gets away with the fuel. We never
he
see that
actually
again.
runs away?
Yeah, he's done. So
Oh, really? He gets away? I don't know.
Yeah, I assume that's what Ant-Man Wasp picks up on. Like
that'd be
they're
cool.
trying to track that
Yeah.
down from Hydra or whatever it is.
That's cool.
Yeah, because he gaffles it and runs. We never
Smart.
see him again.
Okay. Cross runs away. They give chase. All the ants are coming. This is when he starts shooting at him and somehow only shoots Anthony.
Wait, but there was that great scene where he's in the lab, like we're trying to run away, and he runs through that little like styrofoam version of that, the cross
That was
technology
really
building,
fucking cool.
and
Yeah.
it looks incredible. And then like we zoom out, and his buddy like
Pena comes in and knocks him
They
out.
do
Yeah.
that. They
Are we
do
the
that
good guys?
so much.
Yeah.
We're the good guys.
And like I expected it to get old and like not good, but I loved it every time.
Every single day.
Like
So cool.
everything's smaller. The super action cut zoom out
Yeah.
audio.
Now he's
I loved it every time.
So
They've
good.
also nuked the servers, which is important to note because after they nuke the servers, they light up a bomb that not only destroys the entire building, it renders it like it takes it down into a
like a
fucking black hole.
singularity.
Yeah.
So why you would need to nuke the servers? Beyond me on that one.
Sure.
They were like, let's
Wasn't
kill
it
this.
to take something offline so that he could do the security, so that he could get
I
in?
thought he was trying to erase all
it
of
was,
the.
You're right. It was so that they can get rid of that laser grid that
Yeah.
he was trying to go through.
No, that's why I had to hack into. Once he was done, he had to go,
No, I
and
know,
the
but-
ants had to go out and kill everything. And he was like, "You go there, let's nuke these servers." And then they electrocute the servers to wipe all the data off of them, and then they turn the building into a fucking black hole that sucks itself in like the end of
I still think
Poltergeist.
he's right.
No, because he's already
I didn't
inside the
say
building
that.
when
That
that
was your
happens.
idea.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I see, because he has to get into the
yeah,
cage thing.
He has to get in the cage, and he has the ants do the electrical thing.
Yeah, they do it
right
before.
he jumps down.
Right, good point.
And
There's-
then
it's
he
something
jumps,
involved
and he's
with the
like,
break-in.
wait, and he's like, what do you mean, wait? Another great moment.
But again, not-
so many fun
not-
moments in this damn movie.
Yeah, not to be
Number
the,
four.
not to be the, I guess you'd have to get the suit. But the suit, I don't know. It just seemed weird. Like there's a lot of different legs to this plan that I'm like, I see where this is fun. I'm on this ride. You're
Like an
you're
ant.
welcome for that.
Like, yeah.
8 legs. No, 6 legs. Ants. Continue, sorry.
Anyway,
And then he dies, which is really sad.
Anthony gets
Second
shot to death.
worst ant death of all time.
Oh, Honey, I Shrunk
Honey, I
the
Shrunk
Kids.
the Kids.
Of course,
God,
of
that
course.
was a tragic
fucking
one.
scorpion.
Holy
Why they
shit.
have scorpions in their backyard is
Killing
beyond me.
ants, dude.
It's in their nature. He's
Frogable.
dead.
But-
They're super more angry. They run in. They go up to the helicopter. I'm sure you guys will have an answer because you fucks got answers for everything. All right. I did not understand. Well, I understood Pena's. That guy I knocked out. I got to get him out. This whole
Yeah.
place got. Didn't you also knock out like a bunch of people in the
Yeah.
shootout? Like, why is this
A lot
one
of-
motherfucker a big deal?
Let me be honest. If they weren't cool with the cops, they would go down as like as domestic terrorists, and they would have killed a lot of people. They killed a lot of people in that fucking building.
You think they killed a lot of people?
Well, he knocked like 5 dudes out right
like,
before
I
that.
feel like
why
they
is
were out
the
in the
one
open.
dude specialer
Because he
than
was
the other?
specific-
Well, no,
like,
I
tied
think
up.
that
I think the assumption was those other guys woke up and were like, "Shit's going down. We gotta get out of this building." But that one guy's like, "Oh," gets smashed into fucking oblivion.
Jesus Christ. That's how it would
Reality's
happen.
warping. I don't know. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense. Sure. I don't think all those guys woke up in time, but that's
No,
just
but
me.
I think that was the implication of like, hey, he's a good guy. No one's dying in this. Don't worry. Because if they had left that guy in there might be just like some level of like, hey, did they just fucking kill a bunch of people in this explosion? And that's not good. You can't do that. So
you can actually.
whatever you want.
Captain America and Grandma Miller killed a lot of people. in World
Grandma
War
Miller
II.
killed a lot of people. We're not sure which
I want
ones.
fan art of Captain America, Grandma Miller.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Search Grandma Miller. You'll find photos.
Will you? I don't think so. Right now.
It's just
Focus.
imagine the body type of Andy Cortez, but an old white woman. That's close enough.
I paint a nice visual picture.
Put Estelle Getty on my head.
I guess she's still Getty. Anyways, that's an easier.
Oh yeah, you just use Estelle Getty. Yeah, that makes sense.
You didn't have to like.
She looks a
smashed
lot
one of my
like
coworkers.
Estelle Getty with Andy's face, only it's got Estelle Getty's face. That's who she is.
All right. Guess what? Let's deploy the tank. We've been teasing forever.
Right.
It's not a keychain. Tank smashes through the wall of PIM particles there. It comes on down.
Way too high, right? Like that came out.
Oh,
like,
that tank would be totally fine. Yeah. Well, it's still a cool thing. And I like the cop Paxton being like, and now there's a tank. That was funny.
Yeah.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Upstairs, crossing on the helicopter. They're all making their run for it. Ant-Man gets on there and he's punching and shit. I don't remember anymore if he got on there right away. I think they might have flown away and they got another flying ant and then he got on that way.
No, I think he like catches on and like turns big and is hanging off the side and like getting shot at and then turns small and jumps back.
Get in there. Another great fight scene as they all mishmash. You talking about how insane it is? Somebody got a suit on that quick. Cross put on the fucking yellow jacket.
Yellow jacket.
Yeah.
That suit is fucking awesome.
Fucking
looking.
dope.
Fucking stupid.
You don't
I
like the
love
suit?
it. I love
I
it
like
so
the suit.
much.
It's
That shit
so
looks
it's
cool.
all CG.
I thought it was fine.
It's like whatever, and it's like as soon as he puts it on, it's just that. Why does every Marvel movie have to be like this?
I agree with that.
Fight yourself.
Fighting yourself, but I thought the suit was fucking dope as hell looking.
I just didn't like that.
Great.
I think they should have done away. Like, it should have been more practical, and they should have done away with me being able to see his face. Like I can see his eyes through it. And I'm like, this is clearly just a computer layer put over this thing. Like this doesn't look real at any point. It doesn't matter though. I'm getting caught up in it. When he shrinks down and they fight in the suitcase, an amazing fucking
Love
scene.
it. Music playing.
Yeah, the serious stuff that
And
was
like-
really funny and different.
And
And
the
they're-
explanation for the music playing
it's
too.
so creative the way they used all this, the small properties and all these different things.
That's why I really love this movie. It's like the fight scenes I don't think stand apart from any of the other movies, but the added element of everything being small, like, is just an extra way for the people, like, you know, doing the choreography. It just gives them more creativity, like more room for creativity.
I think that the fight scenes stand out in the sense that like it seems like there was more thought put into him in the like when they're fighting in the suitcase or when they're fighting in the
Train.
the
Thomas the
the
Train
train,
thing.
yeah.
which is amazing.
I think that like added weight, like so much more.
Again, I thought it was just a cool way of at this point this is our 13th movie in the MCU, right? We've seen so much epic, crazy shit that I liked. Again, for this everyman movie, it was like, all right, cool. They're fighting in a suitcase, or they're fighting with this, and it is that great scene of when. I'm jumping ahead, but like when he's about to get run over by Thomas the Train, he's like, and they cut back. And
what's funny about that is Andy was saying that they do that a lot in this movie, and it never gets old. No matter how many times I see that, even though it was in every trailer they fucking had, it's still funny. It's still
hilarious.
hits.
Yeah, it's because you just in that moment you forget the scale of things. Yeah,
so good.
So, anyways, they fall out of the helicopter. They land in a pool. People are having a barbecue. I don't know where these motherfuckers live that they got this nice ass
that don't
fucking
make no
backyard in
sense.
San Francisco. But good for you. You know what I mean? Fucking
Maybe they were
family.
East Bay. Who knows? Marin.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait,
No.
they were
Well,
right
no,
because
no,
of Pim whatever wasn't in San
it was
Francisco.
on Treasure Island.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, so I don't
why would they
know.
fly that way to then fly this way?
They're in San Francisco, probably.
Boy, it doesn't matter.
Because you
It
figure the
looked like
San
it was,
Francisco PD picked them up.
True.
So right there,
Well, they go to Treasure
checkmate,
Island as
Greg.
well.
No, actually, it's lawless.
There's no man's land.
100 people thrown off.
It's Battle Royale.
So yeah, the fight continues a little bit longer there. Then we get Yellow Jacket knocked into the bug zapper. Very cute, very funny. At this point, though, Paxton and his partner show up. They arrest Paul Rudd. They're jerks. They take him, put him in the back. He gets knocked out, or he gets stun gunned. He gets put in the back. He's knocked out. He wakes up in the back. They're having, what's going on? You gotta help me. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not gonna help you. I'm a jerk. Okay, cool. And then it turns out that there's a disturbance at the house of Paxton, which is of course where the little girl is, the big little girl. She's there.
I hate you guys so much. I meant like she's a teen now, you know?
We'll give her
It's getting
your
weird.
ho ho. Your Twinkie, she's Snowball. Snowball's there, right? Just round and plump.
Yeah, just a big fat snowball.
She's not.
She's adorable. One of the best
We're
actors.
so
in the movie.
close. Just focus.
Anyways, though, snowballs are delicious. Anyways. They rush to the house. They're going to do it. And they get there, and Paul Rudd leans over, puts his helmet on. shrinks it up. He's Ant-Man, if you didn't know. And he gets out to go in the house. Paxton runs up there. Guess what? Yellow Jacket's already up there. He's being bad. The girl's like, I want my daddy. He's like, I want your daddy too. Which was a great one. The cinematic or whatever.
No context.
R/cinematic over there has been putting up MCU out of context lately. And that was one they put up a few weeks ago. And I was like, that's a great one. Eventually, Ant-Man gets up there. They start fucking fighting and shit. They do the thing with the thing and they're falling through. And the little girl sees her dad getting big, small, all this crap, fighting Thomas Tank Engine's there. Thomas Tank Engine gets real big, flies out of the house. That's fun. And an ant gets big. Yeah, it's fun.
I love that.
Really, just a great scene. Everything that's happening here is just great.
Fun.
Everybody's
A lot of
enjoying
fun.
themselves. Everybody's enjoying themselves quite a bit here. And then the Pena and friends show up. Another great fucking scene for them. Like our friend, our friend's there. Scott's there.
Scott, he needs this.
Yeah, and they pull up, and the cops all turn. He's like, back it up, and they let it go too long.
Yeah,
which I love.
but that's what it's so good.
And you can it's all ad lib. Probably was
Yeah.
back. Keep on
Just
back.
keep going.
Keep
Back it
backing up. And we're backing. And we're going back.
I love that it goes on way too long. That's
Yeah.
that's
Such a good
that's such
scene.
humor that I fuck with. You know.
And then
We're
he's
going
like,
subatomic.
I gotta go
Subatomic.
Well,
subatomic.
Paxton comes up and puts himself between the Yellow Jacket and Paul Rudd's small, and he's fighting him, and he can't get in because there's titanium, idiot. And then he's gonna go subatomic, and he goes subatomic, and he goes in there, and he fucking pulls it.
Weird interstellar scene.
Yeah, all this shit's exploding on the back of Yellow Jacket, and then
Which makes Yellow Jacket go right.
he does the small thing
That
too.
was terrifying.
Yeah.
What a way to die in
Yeah.
front of his daughter,
Yeah, daughter,
too. So
terrified
she
for
got to
life.
witness his arm like enter his.
Yeah,
That was
She
horrifying.
likes ugly things.
Subatomic scene was really cool.
Snowball can take it.
Like it was weird, but weird enough that I was into it.
Yeah, exactly.
It
It's
looked like a
trippy.
fucking Windows wall like screensaver.
No, but
You go
not
home
at
tonight,
first,
watch
though.
it again on this brownie. You're gonna really see some shit. You know what I mean?
They went through all the levels of like atomic, subatomic, all that stuff, like quantum into quantum space. But one of the things I thought was really cool for 1 second, you saw one of those
An outline of a body.
Oh, the water bears.
the water bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you're like, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that was
What's a
smart.
water bear?
It's like the world's
bacteria.
smallest
It looks like the-
creature that can live in space.
It looks like the caterpillar from Bug's Life.
That helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
does.
But with a
does.
bear's face.
the
Gotcha.
bear's face.
Well, there was some silhouette
There's
of a
an
body.
Easter egg of like for a split second you see it's Wasp in there somewhere. Yeah.
You think he's gonna go get her?
I mean, I was reading a whole bunch of whack job ass rumors.
Do you
Well,
think
it's
she's
like
Ghost?
funny,
Do
like,
you
she
think
got out
she's the
already.
Ghost? Do you
and,
think
like,
she's Ghost?
you
That
think
like
she's
new
Haley
weird
Atwell?
character like phases through shit. Just think about that.
Where do you know the
Doubtful.
ghost from?
From
The new
Waspman and
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Waspman and
yeah.
Oh, like the trailer has that in it?
Yeah,
Oh, I
they
missed
had
that.
that weird character has the cool like ant-looking mask on.
It's dope.
Well, I totally missed this.
Ghost
all, like, all
totally
gray?
looks like a fucking. The first time I saw that screenshot, it looked like a screenshot from Star Wars, Clone Wars, like animated show. It looks like the suit looks like such CGI.
It's,
but-
early, it's
cool,
early
though.
on. We'll see.
They did a
great job,
But I
though.
thought that's because like there was some weird phasing thing going on with
Maybe.
the suit.
Even in the movie, I liked that when they showed a photo of Michael Douglas, young Evangeline, and then the mom had like a big hat on. So it's like, oh, she's just a white chick. That's all we need to know about her.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
like, we're gonna save the casting for later
Yeah,
because
yeah.
at some point this will be a thing.
Yeah, exactly. He goes in there, hears the daughter's voice, it takes out one of the little ninja stars, puts it in the regulator. I don't know if this would really work. I don't know this technology. Shuts it, makes himself big. Jen's watching us like, how would he control how big he is? There's no regulator. I'm like, that's a great point, babe. I don't understand. I don't.
Took a shot in the dark.
And she's like, as he's throwing all this stuff, it's just random how big things are getting. I'm like, it is, but it's a comic movie, so let's just keep going. He comes back out. Hooray. Preston or whatever, Petey, he's like, oh my God, you weren't such a bad guy, I guess. You're the Ant-Man. And then the cops come up. Ant-Man's small over there because they got to keep hiding him for now. I'm winking. And then that's the end of that part. And then we jump out there, and they had dinner. And at dinner, they're eating mac and cheese. It looked very good. I won't lie to you.
Never eaten it.
I know you haven't. You need to get on this. Tonight,
stuff,
on this
dude.
magic brownie, you have some fucking...
So we're gonna talk about the big ant, right? That's under the table
Yeah, yeah.
that she feeds.
Yeah, the
Great.
pet.
Terrifying. Would eat his her
Does
hand.
anybody know
No.
that this technology exists outside? Like,
I think they do
sure,
now.
yes, a giant train popped out, but like, does the public know that this
Nah, they
technology
keep
is a
the
thing?
ant well
Because
hidden. It's a
fucking
nice
make the
little
ant small
neighborhood.
again. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, no, that was a takeaway I would have had too as well. Of like, this seems dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no lingering thoughts, I don't think, from Paul Rudd to the ant's brain.
No.
Saying like, don't eat my daughter's hand.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
there is.
as-
Make it small.
Again,
But I
Honey, I
think-
Shrunk the Kids, the ant didn't eat the kids either, so maybe we have ants
And
wrong.
it could have. It could have.
It's true. Maybe when you're the size of an ant, it views you as an equal. And it just wants to take care of you.
How cool
Maybe
would it
the
have
ant
been?
realized they had it great at this house. This kid's feeding it. It doesn't have to go out and fucking lift shit anymore.
Weird missions where you're gonna die.
Yeah,
like
you're
all
gonna
the
Imagine
die.
if we had a
Americans.
cameo from Rick Moranis in this movie.
That would have been good.
Yeah, he's not
Coming back.
Been real good.
He'd have to come back. Yeah.
He could do it though.
He'd have to come back.
Well, he quit acting.
Yeah, you could have. The kids are grown at this
old
point,
now.
right?
That's what I'm saying.
Time to come back. He says come back. That's it. And
Michael
then-
Douglas, we catch up with him in something, I'm sure. He's convalescing. That's right. He's convalescing and talks to Scott Lang about being the Ant-Man or whatever. You're a good guy. I don't know. Fucking know.
And jumping off that, it's cool that this movie is like Scott Lang is Ant-Man. Like, you know, and Hank Pym did exist as Ant-Man, but he's old. And that's the past thing. First time we've seen that in the MCU where they're not jumping off on the
straight origin.
the original straight origin, which I thought was cool. I think they
Do
handled
you think
it
we're
really
gonna
well.
see like a Ant-Man prequel?
No way.
All right.
Cameron Cobb.
Good enough.
They leave. He opens the door. They're making out. Scott Lang.
Yeah, they are,
Evangeline
dude.
Lilly. Funny
Hell
scene
yeah.
there too, where it's her idea. I don't know what's wrong with her and leaves. You're
Yeah.
full of shit. I know. That's great. That was
Very
fun.
funny. Very
I like
funny.
setting up that dynamic of
Yeah.
how.
You're full of shit, Scott.
Oh
Wait,
my
was
God,
that a
that's
good
really
Michael
good.
Douglas?
Do it again.
Thanks. You're full of shit, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, I got bad.
You're
at
full
the
of
end.
shit, Scott. That's how
That
it
was
is.
bad.
Scott. Yeah.
I did it.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's what
I married her.
I'm the Mandarin.
Man came to the party.
Oh, and then so then we get another mission from Pena's character, who runs us through. Anna pops up, YouTube star.
Anna Kana,
Yeah, she's in there. I remember that being a big deal. I tweeted her about it. She responded to that tweet after we
she
saw the
did.
movie, so no big deal. I'm kind of a big on the internet. And it gets back to Falcon.
Kinda.
That's where we get the Stan Lee cameo.
Yep.
Where you see him go, yeah, crazy stupid fight.
Yeah. And then it works all the way back to and did he tell the girl, tell the bartender, to just tell me because he knew I was tight with Ant-Man? And he said yes.
He said, yeah.
And then ended and Jen's like, what? And I'm like, it's not a thing. Don't worry. It's not like it's setting up Civil War. Don't worry about it.
So funny. And then so they're like, we know a guy, and it's obviously we even see him doing the classic fucking we have the hat on, which means I'm incognito. They make a reference to Spider-Man, which I thought was cool.
We got a guy with webs now, or we got a guy that swings. We got a stick
Swings,
with
crawl
walls.
walls, yeah.
You gotta be more specific.
Being in the movie theater, like, oh shit.
Like, it's happening, guys.
In his drink.
Did it?
No, I thought it hit there.
I went into that thing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Audio listeners
Yeah,
don't
and
know
that's
what
the
happened.
end. Then
Never will.
man, here's much stuff. Edgar Wright was involved. Credit. And then it's Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly, and he's like, it's about time, whatever. There's a prototype suit that me and your mom worked on, and it's the Wasp suit, and she goes, it's about time.
And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was about time. This would have been helpful probably throughout this entire mission. Anyways. It's credits, brought to you by Disney. And then we get to the end, and it's a scene from Civil War of old Bucky with his arm in of ice. Falcon there. Captain America.
I know a guy.
And he's talking about Ant-Man.
Because we know he's
Yeah.
some
And Jen was
fighter
like,
later.
why would he think to jump to Ant-Man? I'm like, Jen, this doesn't matter. Stop asking questions like that. He needs other heroes.
Yeah.
You need to keep your fucking wife in line.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Seriously, she
just
didn't enjoy this movie, and that makes me sad.
Saying.
No, she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, why don't
But
she have
she-
so many
kidding,
critiques?
everyone.
Let it go. It's a comedy, for God's sakes.
Honestly, that was the thing. Right. At some point when we were stopped for something else, I was like, you have to understand this is phase 3 pretty much, right? Or is it phase
No,
three?
this is the.
Start of phase 3.
This is the start of
yeah.
phase 3. I'm like, this is where they start getting weird. This is the one where they were like, this is a comedy.
Oh, no,
I think it might be
Phase
the
two,
end.
end of phase 2.
End.
Exactly.
Phase two, yeah.
But I'm like, this is where they start
Really?
getting weird. And
Yeah.
this is the first one they're like, just be,
Because I remember being like,
just be
Why?
a comedy. They're like, just be a comedy.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the thought was like, why is phase 2 event like?
Yeah, why does
shouldn't
it
end
end
with the
with-
Avengers?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because I think it might just be how they announced the movies. I think that
Oh,
is
that's
a big
the
reason
movies.
why. Because remember when they did the phase 3 announcement, we had already heard about Ant-Man. So I think that when they went forward,
They
like,
still
it's-
could have retroactively.
started with
That's gonna
Civil
be
War.
phase 3. See you guys later.
Yeah, it's weird.
You know.
It's definitely fucking
Paul
weird.
Rudd, awesome dude.
What a guy.
I like if there's anybody in Hollywood that I would want to be, it'd be Paul Rudd, because he's in Marvel, right? Pretty big role, right?
He's in the
Pretty
Clueless.
small
Nothing
role.
huge, but he's small
Oh
role.
shit,
Nice.
he was great in Clueless too.
But so yesterday, Robin and I put on fucking Forgetting Sarah Marshall's like Paul
Great
Rudd could
movie
just pop
too.
up in any movie as
Oh,
a
yeah.
cameo and have fun and be
good,
a silly actor. And
He's
it's
like, "Hey, man,
oh,
I'm
Paul Rudd's in this
Clueless."
movie. You know, I love that shit. I'm so
good.
jealous of him. He's so cool. Dude.
He's really
You guys
good
want to
at
do a little ragu bagu?
that. Let's do.
Oh my God.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Ragu.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Bagu.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ragu Bagu Vids. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Ragu Bagu Vids. Remember, a big change to the Patreon coming. Kevin, put a countdown timer right here. Let me update you on where we have ranked all the villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to start with the worst, go to the best. Number 12, These Fucks from Thor 2. Number 11, Abomination from Hulk. Number 10, Ronan from Guardians. Number 9, Loki from Thor. Number 8, Obadiah from Iron Man. Number 7, Mandarin/Aldrich Killian from Iron Man 3. Number 6, Sam Rockwell and Mickey Rourke in Iron Man 2. Number 5, Red Skull. Number 4, Ultron in Age of Ultron. 3, Hydra in Captain America Winter Soldier, but it says we. Number 2, Loki in Avengers. And number 1, Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. Andy Cortez, co-president of Ragu Bagu Viz. Where do you want to rank Cross?
Why are you so close?
I would put Cross, because I have to look at the list. I would put Cross above Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I have no argument, and the motion passes. That puts him at number 10.
What? That's too low.
He's a fun villain. He's not a
Should've
great
been
villain.
above
I don't know if he's
Obadiah.
fun. I don't
No, stop underselling Obadiah. He did something.
This guy's way better than fucking Obadiah.
He
Way
did
better than
something we
Obadiah.
had never seen before in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You're right. You're right.
Be a villain?
Yeah, exactly. We can say whatever we want.
In fact, it was so good that pretty much all the villains that come like after him do the same thing, where they're like, "Oh, I like your power. I'll do
it
that."
too. A little bigger though.
So as you remember, Anthony's what I was getting hung up on saying. For a while now, we've been saying, if you go to patreon.com/kindafunny,
Yeah, I remember.
give us 1,000 buckaroos.
Run the rad guys, talk bad guys.
Ragu Bagu Vids on Twitter. Everybody follow. You could run that account, which means you send messages to Joey Noel and she puts them up. We originally set $1,000 for a week. Literally, no one purchased it in a 12-week period. Or now 13, but for that. So then we said we'll do 2 weeks. Here's what I'm willing to do, Andy Cortez.
Oh my God,
and talk me down if I'm crazy. Talk me down if I'm crazy.
Okay, man. I wish we discussed this beforehand.
$1,000 on patreon.com/kindafunny. You get to run Ragu Bagu Vids until Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron? Infinity War.
Damn it, I almost had him in a technicality, but you fucked me. I mean Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War.
I think I'm down for it.
All right, there you go,
I'm
ladies
down.
and gentlemen. There
As
you go.
long as we can also tweet too.
How many?
Yeah, sure. We won't get away with our gifts.
Have you guys been tweeting? Yeah. Really?
I tweet out a gift for every movie.
That's great, dude.
And it's always a silly gift that's like barely, like when I, for Age of Ultron, tweeted out a gift of James Spader as Robert California from The Office, when he's like, all life is sex. It's like, it's perfect like Ultron.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I just texted right now, or tweeted from it, so there you go.
What'd you tweet?
Now it's time to rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Cool, Greg, can you pull up the charts?
Is
Number
it big?
1.
Where is it last? Let's rank that movie and get off my ass.
Number 1, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Number 2, Avengers. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 4, Iron Man. Number 5, Black Panther. Number 6, Iron Man 2. Number 7, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Number 8, Captain America: The First Avenger. Number 9, Iron Man 3. Number 10, The Incredible Hulk. Number 11, Thor. Number 12, Thor: The Dark World. Where do you gentlemen think?
Certainly number 6, and I think there's a case
Excellent.
for number 5.
Excellent. I totally agree. I think number 6. And there may be a case for number 5. I'm willing to hear
I
it.
say number 4.
Whoa!
I know that's fucking crazy. I know it's
Hold
fucking
on.
crazy.
Cool, Greg, switch back to us, please. Thank you.
That's fucking
Hold down.
ridiculous.
Whoa.
My reasoning for saying that is I feel like this movie, as a whole origin story, like setting a character up that we totally know nothing about, get some fun action scenes, get some cool stuff, care about the side characters. I think it does a very good job, more so than Iron Man. Iron Man, of course, gets a lot of bonus points for starting it all, and Robert Downey Jr. is amazing in anything he
Obadiah
does.
Stane.
But
No.
Paul Rudd, amazing in anything he does as
Sure,
well.
sure.
And I feel
Very
like
good, very
compared to
good.
anybody else we've seen in the MCU, Paul Rudd really fucking like
Yeah.
brings it with Tony, where I'm like, all right, they're
He has
up there
little
for me.
moments going forward, but they are memorable.
So I think that it's a really, really, really good standalone origin movie. And I think that because of that, I would argue it's better than Iron Man.
I would not argue it's better than Iron Man. I think Iron Man's a lot more fun. I think when like on the second viewing of this movie was fun. It was entertaining, but it did show me a lot of the reasons why I haven't gone back and watched it since. I feel like Iron Man did what this movie did, but it did with a lot more style, a lot more fun. And I feel like Iron Man has a lot of the same notes, but just does it better, man. I think I love Paul Rudd. It pains me to say that because you're fucking Sophie's choicing me right now.
Yeah.
But I just got to give the extra little nod to Iron Man because
I'm with you on that.
It's just
I have this
it's just
movie
better.
below Black Panther at number 6.
Number 6.
I think Black Panther is just so much more complete a film. I think it's just better in every way. Now, this movie, I liked it less. I liked it less than the first time around. The first time I saw Ant-Man was in theaters. Hadn't seen it since.
Yeah, me too.
And when I came out of that theater, I thought that's one of the best fucking Marvel. I loved it.
Okay.
No, I adored it. The second time around, I still laughed as hard as I did at all the funny parts, but I still don't like the villain. There's a lot of just. I don't know. There's a lot of moments in this movie that I just don't care for.
My thing with Ant-Man is I just feel like it's similar to what we're talking about. I wish there was more, even though maybe I would have regretted it. More Pena is that I just feel like there's a few things of like, I feel like we could have gone a little bit further to make it more complete. And that's why I think for sure it's number 6. Black Panther, I think, is a more complete movie, which is probably why I won't vote for it over Black Panther. And I think Black Panther excels a little bit more in terms of storytelling and all these different things. But it's also then it's a little bit apples and oranges because it is a comedy and it is a really good superhero comedy and it was something we hadn't really seen outside of Mystery Men. What up, Ben Stiller?
Damn, good call. Good call back.
Wow.
Mystery Man.
Wow.
Hell.
Janine Garofalo,
Fucking Pee-wee.
Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens. He was the farter, right?
All right, okay, we can move forward.
Stinker.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Mystery Men. We don't need the whole
This is tricky.
plot of Mystery Men.
It is
Because I was putting it right underneath Black Panther, but like the more I think about it, I really, Black Panther's so good.
Yeah.
And I feel like the ending of it, that fight was really, really bad. And the ending of this movie, the fight was really cool, specifically because of like what they were able to do with like, oh, here, let's switch camera angles or, let's switch perspectives.
The third act in this movie is good.
Yeah.
I feel like that deserves a lot when you're looking at the MCU.
I know the problem is though, like it's good. The movie does a lot of fun things, but does it do more for like bad guys in the plot and the overarching like storytelling than Black Panther does? And I just don't think it does.
I think it does.
Black
For me,
Panther tells a
when you
much
said put it
more
above Iron
compelling
Man,
story.
And started talking about its comparisons to Iron Man, I was like right there with you. I would, but the fact that Black Panther is underneath that,
Yeah, that complicates things.
Yeah, it
but
certainly
is what it is.
does.
We voted
I
that Iron
think-
Man's better than Black Panther. So
yeah, no, and that's fine. But like, I think I'd put it as number 6.
I would agree.
what do you?
I definitely agree.
Well,
Sounds like it's got the votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to do the vote? I mean, we can do
Well,
like
we don't even really need to.
Yeah,
do it
okay,
there.
my apologies, everybody.
If you guys all say
math.
six.
Yeah.
Where did you say it was, Nick?
I'm split on either. I would probably put it a little below Black Panther. I'd probably put it number 6 as well.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I think
Then
that's
I'm
almost
totally outvoted.
unanimous.
The new rankings, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Number 2, Avengers. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 4, Iron Man. Number 5, Black Panther. Number 6, Ant-Man. Number 7, Iron Man 2. Number 8, Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 9, Captain America, the First Avenger. Number 10, Iron Man 3. Number 11, The Incredible Hulk. Number 12, Thor. And number 13, Thor, The Dark World.
I'm telling you, you're so good at that.
Yeah.
Next week,
I got a lot. I tried to do it.
Captain America, Civil motherfucking War.
Yeah, baby.
So
And here's the funny thing about that. I saw that movie like a month ago on Netflix. I'm just like as excited to go back into it. God, what a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
Probably going to be number 1 for me. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you right now.
We'll see.
You're a fucking joke.
You really think that?
You're a joke.
Oh my God.
I
Until
love
next
it.
time.
Have a marvelous day.
Greg, I've been working on a prototype. Originally, I thought it was supposed to be for your mother, but now I realize this whole time it's for you.
Is there more?
No.
It's about time. Ant-Man will return.